Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning. I hope you're all inside and snuggled up near the fire. It's cold outside. We're going to read Romans 1 8 through 15. I'm probably going to do Romans in bigger chunks than we've done so far. Like my professor who spent half the semester on the first paragraph, that's a very rich passage and we go through it slowly. But I think after this, we'll get bigger chunks so we'll see more of the argument. So Paul starts off, "First, I thank my God through Jesus Christ for all of you, because your faith is proclaimed in all the world. For God is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his Son, that without ceasing I mention you always in my prayers, asking that somehow by God's will I may now at last succeed in coming to you. For I long to see you, that I may impart to you some spiritual gift to strengthen you. That is, that we may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith, both yours and mine. I do not want you to be unaware, brothers, that I have often intended to come to you, but thus far have been prevented, in order that I may reap some harvest among you, as well as among the rest of the Gentiles. I am under obligation both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the foolish. So I am eager to preach the gospel to you also who are in Rome." So this is another part of a typical opening of a letter in the ancient world. Paul has offered a blessing, and now he says, I pray for you all the time. And sometimes it's an actual prayer. Here he's talking about his prayers, but it's the same basic message. He gives thanks to God because of their faith, of which he's heard. He hasn't met them, so he's trying to be a little careful, but he gives thanks to God for their faith, and he wants to come and provide some blessing to them, or he quickly interrupts himself, or be mutually encouraged by each other. So, he doesn't want to seem like he's the one who brings the blessing. No, he's the one who comes, and together they can strengthen each other's faith. But he's been prevented from coming thus far, and but he hopes to get there soon, and he hopes to be able to reap some benefit among all the Gentiles and the Greeks and the barbarians. Greeks thought that Germanic languages sounded like somebody going bar, 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 and so they called them barbarians. Germans don't particularly appreciate that, but that's the way it is. Paul wants to come to Rome. He eventually gets there by appealing his case to Caesar before the governor of Jerusalem after he's been imprisoned for a year or more. He realizes that if he wants to get to Rome, he's going to have to do it this way. And so he appeals to Caesar, which is sort of automatic in the ancient world, and he's taken to Rome, courtesy of the Roman army, courtesy of, at the expense of the Roman army. And he's taken to Rome, and there he's put under house arrest, and there the book of Acts ends. So we don't know if he ever got to make his case before Caesar. We do know that some of Caesar's relatives and some of the servants in Caesar's actual household were Christian. So Caesar, whichever Caesar that was, may have heard the gospel directly from Paul, or they may have heard it secondhand from others that they knew and trusted. But so he starts off telling them, I really want to come to Rome. I'm trying to get there. I hope I can get there. I want to come because I want to meet you and be strengthened by you and you by me. And in the meantime, I pray for you. So that's where he starts. And Monday we'll get into the rest of chapter 1 and into chapter 2 and talk about what that says and what that means for us today. Have a great weekend. We'll see you in church tomorrow, and peace be with you.